Morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing well. How is everyone doing? Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's everyone looking at today? Happy Friday. Crazy week this week. We had the Fed, a lot of news drop, earnings, everything. So, here is VIX. Price action was getting pretty tight here. We're dropping down here in pre-market before the market opens. Bullish for the market, right? If this moves down, market moves up. Let's take a look at SPY. All right, so here's the chart on SPY, right? We had this previous support here that dropped down, that created this little wedge. This typically is what happens, right? Then we see the bounce back. This was due to FOMC as well. Give me a second. Okay. Right, then we had this falling wedge pop up, previous support now acting as a resistance. Right, now we saw the move to the downside, the rejection of this double top here. So now we kind of have a triple top at this level. All right, this previous resistance acted as a support, did not act as a support again, fell right through. Right, and then the next move down kind of had a little bit of a bounce here at the previous levels. Right across the board, we had previous support right this region here, and then we started to flag here towards the end of the day, right, yesterday, and then we saw the move to the downside. But now, you know, due to a bunch of other factors, market is doing very well here in pre-market, up 1.36% on SPY. Right, we're opening up over this previous resistance from yesterday. All right, so this needs to hold. 374.2 needs to hold. What's going on, Jim? Right, the next level above, which is, you know, right now we're opening above as of now, 375.45. Right, this previous resistance. Above that, I'm going to keep an eye on this level here. Right, this previous resistance acted as a resistance once, twice, right? So 3 times across the board at this level. All right, so make sure you have an understanding of where all the levels are, and so on. I won't be that active today, Nico. I'm actually jumping on a plane today, flying to Kansas City. So, right, SPY, very strong here, pre-market. QQQ is the strongest, 1.63%, right? Something to keep note of. Always good to see, you know, what's showing strength in the market, and tech is doing the best here. Aside from China, right? BABA, PDD, unfortunately, they are up 8 and 10% here in pre-market, right? So that invalidates the setups I had here, right? We're all the way up here. This is the setup I had planned. Thank you guys very much. Right, so we had this perfect flag, right? Everyone should be able to see this right away. All right, we have this perfect flag. We consolidated, and then we always have, you know, some type of move either to the middle. We pull back to this level. Sometimes we even fake out, right? We come back down to here and then reverse, right? But in this instance, it's going to look like this. This is like a point when you can start to use the fibs, right? If I use the fibs, it's probably around this region here, right? It's typically around the 0.5 or the 618. But you don't really need it. The fibs I'm talking about. So, you know, here's BABA, right? At open, you know, I'm not really going to be watching anything here, right? This setup already happened. So unfortunate, but it happens, right? Don't have a sense of FOMO. Don't have a sense of, oh, you're missing out, right? There's always going to be another play. Fine. Right, just be happy that if you charted it like this, right, it's going to work out the way you planned it to work out. That's all that really matters, right? Because this pattern is going to happen thousands of more times, right? So you want to make sure that you catch it the next time. If you don't, no worries. Learn, right? If you make a mistake, learn from the mistake, and so on. If everyone could please drop a like on the video, I would appreciate it. PDD as well, right? So PDD had this perfect level of resistance, kind of an inverse head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This resistance here broke out yesterday over it, and we started to consolidate right over it. And now we are opening up over this previous resistance, right? We rejected once and twice, which was a previous support. Right now we're opening up right over the 61.45 level. So it does have a little bit of a gap to fill. But again, it's, you know, the move already kind of happened. It's up 8, 9, 10%. You know, so the risk to reward there is kind of skewed a little bit. So, you know, I'll see what happened at open, but not really going to be, you know, on my watch list for a potential play at open. Let's see what we got. Apple as well, right? Apple had a perfect wedge here. Anytime you have a wedge like this, you definitely want to trade it, or you definitely want to keep an eye on it, not trade it necessarily, right? Because remember, you don't need to trade every setup that you plan. Even if you have a plan lined up and it, you know, executes perfectly, you don't have to trade it. Right? You don't want to over trade, right? Let's say you've taken 1 or 2 trades today, or right, let's say the market is like, let's say it's like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And you've already taken 1 or 2 trades, you're up a little bit. I would rather just not trade and, you know, move on with the day and do something else than take another trade. I don't like taking more than, you know, 2 or 3 trades in one day. Right, it keeps me, you know, it keeps things very easy. It keeps things simple, and that's it. But Apple, right, level to watch is this resistance here. right? 142.8. Which then we have a gap to fill, right? If we go into a higher time frame, let's take a look. Delete this. Right, that level, kind of this level here, slightly. I kind of like this level. Too many levels to you know, to look out for above. A lot of resistance above. This is more of a reversal, right? The lower highs with the lower lows, right? This is more of a reversal pattern, not a falling wedge, because the falling wedge would be angled. Let me turn this off. All right, falling wedge would be like this, and it would continue out. Right, this is more of a reversal pattern. Typically looks like that, which is exactly what's about to happen. Microsoft decent. Nvidia is up. Semis are up about 3%. Setups are, you know, kind of all over the place though on this one. We did have a perfect wedge though, right? Perfect flag. All right, so again, if you guys like me drawing it out, I'll continue to draw them out. A little skewed, but you know, it's the perfect flag. Same thing with AMD. This one kind of broke down though before, right? This kind of did a little fake out before the breakout. Tesla sitting right above this previous support, which turned into a resistance. And I'll keep an eye on this today. If this 221.3 level holds, and I'll look for a move up to this next region here at 226 to 227. That's what I'll keep an eye on. That's really all I'm looking at. Square up 11.6%, had earnings yesterday, did very well. It's kind of in the middle of this range right here. All right, we have this little triangle that we had from October. Then we broke out, we retested this wedge here. Right, we rejected, came back down. Now we're opening up right in this region here. This level needs to hold. Right, I'll even draw this one for you. It's not always going to be the cleanest. All right, so there's that. And then also this wedge here was perfect too. All right, I'll draw this so you guys can see, you know, what it looks like. And then boom, all the time. Right, so how do you play these? Right, the entry point is right around this region. All right, the stop loss is below. Price target, first price target's always the high, and then the next target's above. All right, so for this example, I would target this region right here. right? Previous resistance, acted as a support, acted as a support. All right, this is the next level I would target above if we aren't gapping up. Drawing it definitely helps to, you know, identify and make things a little bit clearer. Right, so if you can identify a pattern, it's always good to draw it. Right, or even like you know, copy and paste one of the charts over it. Right, you can just, if you have an image selected, so let me see if I could show you actually. I'll try and do it quickly here. Let me open this, copy, paste. Right, you can even paste it on the chart here while you're trading. And so for example, look at this wedge now. We have, this is exactly what you want to do, right? So that's not even a bad idea. You could just do this while the market's open and put this next to the chart. So there's a solid idea for all of you. If it helps, you know, seeing the picture on the screen. I'm actually going to post that in the chat because that's pretty helpful for everyone. This chart's in market resources. Yeah, market resources, just scroll up a bit and then you can pull this whole thing up. Right, so wait, that falling wedge that we saw on, what was it, on SPY, or what chart was it on? Oh, Apple. All right, let's delete all this because it's just too much for me. Make things simpler. Right, so this pattern here is this, right, which is exactly where I have it drawn out, right? Entry point, stop loss below, and the price target up here. Right, now you could kind of see how this is a reversal pattern. $65 comment asks, what is a reasonable daily percentage goal on a 5K account? So again, don't focus on a specific number. Just trade the setups, and whatever it gives you, take it. Right? If you start to push for, you know, a certain percentage, like a fixed number, you're going to end up chasing that number one day or another, and you don't want to chase. So some days you're going to go up, you know, 0.1%. Some days you can go up 2%. Some days you can go up 5%. Some days you can go down. Right? It's all going to be different. But if you trade the patterns and the plan that I mentioned, over the long run, you'll be very, very consistent, which is exactly what you want to be. Right? Consistent, profitable, and so on. All right? Just trade the chart. Just trade the setup and stick with it. right? If you start to focus again on a percentage or a dollar amount, you're going to end up chasing. How do you get the chart patterns in TradingView? You just copy paste, right? Copy, you know, the chart on Discord and hit, so Control C and then Control V. If you have a problem with theta, then just go closer to the money. That's literally the only thing you have to do. Yep, you got to take what the market gives you, right? Which is, right, the setups. The setup is what we're trading. So you don't want to, you know, chase the same percentage every single day or every single week, right? So the market's different every day. There's different opportunities every day. Some opportunities are better than the others. So just focus on the setups, right? It doesn't matter if you get, you know, 0.1% on the day or 3% on the day. If the setups work out to how you plan them, then that's a win. Fab I already looked at. Let's take a look at Rivian. Rivian looks pretty good too if it could break out over this. Huge level of resistance here though. AMD kind of sitting at a resistance as well. One rejection, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set an alert here just in case, just to keep an eye on the price action. But that's it. Let's take a look at the SPY pre-market action. So it's sitting at the highs. That's about it. Nothing really going on. Too interesting there. Shop, sure. I don't really like to trade shop. The options aren't the best. But first thing I notice is this little move here with this little wedge there. Right, this is a typical kind of a falling wedge, right? What's VIX doing? So VIX is continuing to drop here. So it's bullish for the market. All right. So again, not really, you know, I'm keeping an eye on Apple at open. Tesla, I'll keep an eye on. Yeah, the data already came out. Non-farm payroll and all that. So regarding the BullTrades app, right, Android's out. Apple, we're just still waiting for approval. They're taking forever. But you know, you can use the beta with the link in the Discord. Right, there's going to be issues that happens, you know, with every app release. This is just the first, you know, it's the first release. So you know, just stay tuned. It's only up from here. All right, we have a ton of ideas to implement into the app. If you were with BullTrades at the beginning of the our unusual options activity platform that we had, you see the improvement. Right? I don't know how many of you have been here for that long, but we looked back at the original version of the dashboard, and it's laughable how how bad the original version looked. We thought it was amazing. So within a few months, the BullTrades app is going to be probably completely different. Right, we'll continue to make changes with feedback and all that. App notifications haven't worked for, some people are having issues, so we're still getting it worked out, but all the notifications will be through the Discord until that's sorted out. I wonder if I have a picture of the dashboard. Regarding bugs, you could just send us a screenshot or something, or just mention it to us in the mobile app beta portion of the Discord. Yep, so you're going to be able to do select notifications for whichever analyst you like. Right, we're just trying to sort out all the bugs. So anything that you guys could probably think of, we're working on, and we're trying to fix and we're trying to implement. So right, just give it some time, and it'll all sort itself out. But it's definitely going to be amazing. Right, this is just kind of a little teaser of what's to come. Right, the flow works great on the app, which is huge. Just excited for the the next updates to come out. Yeah, there's a feedback option actually on the beta app on test flight if you're using iOS, so you could do that as well. It'll be reported right to CBlast. All right, so with that being said, 3 minutes to market open. As always, plan the trade, trade the plan. You do not have to trade every single day. No trade's better than a losing trade. Don't have a sense of FOMO. All right, it's okay to lose. You're not going to win every single trade. Size smaller on Fridays, right? Especially if you're taking lottos, make sure you're not risking your profits for the week. Market's already gapping up pretty decently here, so need to see what happens. If anyone has any questions, please shoot me a tag in the Discord. And the questions TA channel works, or the Pro Trading Floor works, and I'll get you an answer. All right, so I will see you guys in voice chat on the Discord.